Hi, my name is Sue Wozniak. I'm a librarian, and I'm going to be visiting your class on August 1st, talking about using the library resources for your research assignment. So, I wanted to give you a brief introduction to the library before I come, talk about some of the kinds of resources you'll find while you're doing your research, and then we'll look at searching a little bit and just get some search tips, just so that it all happens a little more easily. So, this is a library website. The library is a great place to study. We have 2 floors of study space. We have private study rooms where you can study in small groups. We have DVDs and other equipment you can check out. So come visit the library. When you're doing research, there's different kinds of sources you can find, and they serve different purposes. So I'm going to use the search example using the topic aging and cognition. So sometimes when people get older, they start to have memory issues, and this could be a topic of research for a psychology class. So we're looking at a reference source. So reference is providing background information. If you don't know a lot about the topic, you just want to learn a little bit more to see if this is something you might want to write about or learn about, this is a great place to start. It gives you kind of basic summary information, what it is, what are some of the effects, what are some of the treatments. So this is something you might find in an encyclopedia, a dictionary, kind of background information. Next, we're going to look at an example of a book. So this is an ebook, which we have a lot of in the library. So we have books that we have physically in the library, and then we have ebooks. One nice thing about ebooks is that you can just scan them online. You can also search within them online. So I have an ebook opened up here, then I'm going to click on Read Online, and now we have a table of contents. So I can just scan through this to see. You see, a book is a much longer way of covering a topic. It covers it in much more detail. So the first thing we looked at was just about a screen or two long. This is a whole book, several hundred pages, and it has all these different topics. So you could search within the book if you wanted to say search for memory, and it will show you all the places in the book that deal with memory, and the bigger the bar, the longer the bar, the more coverage it will have of it. Next, I want to look at an example of an article. An article are a lot of the kinds of things you'll find when you're looking for research. So they're much more specific. While the reference entry was quite short and gave you a kind of a general overview, the book was very long and covered a lot of different topics. The article is going to be somewhere like pretty short, but it's going to be very specific. So this is a study on brain stimulation, aging, and cognition, or it's going to cover research of it. So this is a study in particular. When we're looking at it, you can see it has an introduction, it has the methods of the study, the results, what they found, a discussion of it. This is just the abstract page, but the full article will have all of these sections, and it will also have a long list of references at the end. You'll see that the language tends to be pretty specific. So just to kind of get the idea of what kinds of things you'll find when you're looking in the database. Now let's look at doing research. I'm going to start with the general library search. Now this is something called Primo. And let's say let's try searching for something else. Let's try post-traumatic stress disorder, which is another psychological topic. So if you put in your search terms, you get this list of results, and then you have all of these limiters on the left side that help you narrow down this list, because right now we're looking at a long list of results, 152,000. That's way more than you could scroll through and see. So we use these limiters to narrow it down. So I just want to point out a couple that I think are very important. One is called full text online. And what that does is it narrows it down so that everything you're looking at now, you'll be able to have direct access to. You'll be able to click on it and open up the whole article. So that's really important. Now, we talked about resource types. I'm going to click on Show More here so we can see all the different resource types that are available. We talked about reference entries, those almanacs, dictionaries, encyclopedias. So when I click on that, everything I'm looking at is a reference entry. It says so at the top. Then it has the name of the article or the entry, and then it has the book that it's in. So if I wanted to get to it, I would click on the title, And then I have to do one more click under full text available at, and then it will open up. Now this actually is a book, but it's a reference type book. Now, if I want to get to the citation, so you're going to have to cite your sources. I click on the citation here, the citation link, and then I choose my citation style. And for this class, you're going to want APA style, so it's already defaulted to that. Then I just copy and paste my citation at the end of the paper. So that's really helpful. Let's go back and let's look at, rather than reference entity, say we're going to search for a book. Click on this, on the book facet, and now everything we're looking at is a book. And again, it says so at the top. It also has a picture of a book here. Now, if I wanted to open this book, click on either the title or online access. And then from this, the book directly opens. Then you click on read online, and you can get to the book. Now, again, in order to cite the book, you want to use this citation tab, and it's on APA style, and then you have your citation. And then we also looked at articles, so let's see how we find them. We're going to click on the articles link. Now everything you're looking at is an article, and then you choose it by the title and how, and does that relate to what you want to read about. So say this is the article you want. You click on the title, then you click under full text available at, and then the whole article should open up. Okay, and again, you want to get the citation for it, and we get that here. Okay, so I just wanted to show you a basic what's here, how to find it. And when I come to class, I'm going to show you searching in some of the other databases under Explore Databases. But right now, we just searched under the main library search, where you can search all of the resources at once. And then the only other thing I wanted to tell you is that you can also change the creation date. So for your assignment, you're going to need to find recent research, so something that's published in the last 5 years, and then something older than 5 years. So if you go down to this creation date, if I change this to 2013 to 2018, I refine that. Now everything that's listed is going to be within the last 5 years. And if I want to do older than that, I could put the end date as 2012, say, and leave the first field blank. And then you will be looking at older research. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that. Now you have a research assignment to do that's going to ask you to put in some psychological topic, choose a keyword and something pretty specific. The more specific, the easier it is to find things that are what you're thinking about. And you're going to find an example of a reference entry, a book, and an article. You're going to send me the title. And so for the book, if it is that's one more thing I wanted to show you. If it's a physical book rather than an ebook, let's go back here one moment. So in order to find, when you click on books, some of them are going to be ebooks and some of them are going to be physical. So if it's an ebook, you'll see a green link that says online access. And if you want a physical book, then you can click on available in the library, and then you'll get the call number, which is this series of letters and numbers at the bottom of the entry. So that's one thing I'm going to ask you for, is either the call number, or for a physical book, for an ebook, I'm going to ask you for the URL, and you can find that here. So here's the URL of this book. Okay, so so you're going to submit that assignment by July 30th, and then I look forward to seeing you in class on August 1st. And then please bring any questions you have to class with me, and I look forward to meeting you. Okay, bye-bye.